With their crispy exterior and soft interior, these cocoa Craquelin choux are a true delight. The combination of the crumbly Craquelin with the creamy chocolate and dulce de leche cream filling creates a perfect balance of textures and flavors. An irresistible dessert, ideal for surprising at celebrations or simply to treat yourself to something special. In a bowl, mix 80 g, 2.8 ounces, of softened butter with 100 g, half a cup packed, of brown sugar until you get a smooth and homogeneous paste. Add 10 g, 1 tablespoon, of cocoa powder and 90 g, 3/4 cup, of flour, and mix until fully combined. Form a ball with your hands, place it between 2 sheets of parchment paper, and roll it out with a rolling pin until you get a thin layer. Place the Craquelin dough in the freezer until ready to use. Sift 135 g, 1 cup plus 1 tablespoon, of flour with 10 g, 1 tablespoon, of cocoa and set it aside for now. In a saucepan over medium heat, place 125 milliliters, half a cup, of whole milk, 125 milliliters, half a cup, of water, 110 g, 7.7 tablespoons, of butter, and a pinch of salt. Heat the mixture until the butter melts and it starts to boil, stirring occasionally with a spatula. Add the 135 g, 1 cup plus 1 tablespoon, of sifted flour and the 10 g, 1 tablespoon, of cocoa all at once. Stir quickly with a spatula or metal whisk, vigorously, until the mixture is fully incorporated and forms a smooth dough. Lower the heat and continue stirring the dough until it dries out completely and comes away from the sides and bottom of the saucepan. This should take about 2 to 3 minutes. Remove the dough from the heat and transfer it to a large bowl. If you have a stand mixer like a KitchenAid, place the dough in the mixing bowl and use the paddle attachment. Work the dough at medium speed until it cools down to about 45 degrees Celsius 113 degrees Fahrenheit. Once the dough is almost cool, start incorporating 250 g, 5 units, of eggs gradually. Add 1 egg at a time, letting it fully integrate before adding the next. Continue mixing until the dough is smooth, homogeneous, and has a soft consistency. If you lift it with a spatula, it should fall in a ribbon-like shape without breaking. This indicates that the dough is ready. Place the choux dough in a piping bag with a round, plain nozzle. Prepare a baking tray with a silicone mat or parchment paper. Pipe small balls of choux dough onto the mat. Take the Craquelin dough out of the freezer. Using a 4 cm, 1.5 in, round cutter, cut Craquelin discs. Place 1 disc on top of each choux ball, pressing down gently. Preheat the oven to 170 degrees Celsius 340 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake the choux for about 30 minutes. Turn off the oven and leave the petit choux inside for 5 more minutes to finish cooking. Let the choux cool on a wire rack before cutting and filling them. The best part is that you can freeze them without the filling, which is fantastic if you want to have them ready in advance for a special occasion. You just need to bake them, let them cool, and store them well covered in the freezer. Here I'll show you how to fill these delicious treats with creamy chocolate and dulce de leche pastry cream. I use two versions of the dulce de leche cream, a softer one for the filling, and a firmer one for the final decoration. For the finishing touch, I use the Wilton No. 1M and 1E tips, which give a stylish and professional look to each piece. Below, I'll leave you the tutorials for these two spectacular creams that I recently uploaded to my channel. I think showing it this way, with the complete and well-organized recipe, is a practical way for everyone to save it easily and prepare it just as I show. Next, I'll show you step by step how to make these two delicious creams, a smooth and creamy chocolate one, perfect for filling, and a firmer dulce de leche pastry cream, ideal for decorating. Both deliver an irresistible flavor and are very easy to make at home if you follow the instructions carefully. Don't worry if you've never made them before, I'll guide you through every detail so you can achieve perfect results, even if it's your first time. Add 4 egg yolks, 300 milliliters, 10 fluid ounces of warm milk, 50 g, 1.75 ounces of white sugar, and 30 g, 1 ounce of cornstarch to a bowl. Mix well until the ingredients are fully combined. Use a saucepan with a thick bottom and place it over the heat. It's important to stir constantly to avoid lumps and to prevent the cream from burning. Cook over medium heat until the cream thickens completely. Once it has boiled enough, add 300 g, 10.5 ounces, of dulce de leche or milk caramel. You can use baking dulce de leche, classic dulce de leche, or even boiled condensed milk. Stir well and let it boil for a few seconds before turning off the heat. Transfer the pastry cream to another container and cover it with plastic wrap in direct contact with the surface to prevent a skin from forming. Let the cream cool down at room temperature and then refrigerate it until it is completely chilled. Once cold, it will have a firm and delicious texture. For a smoother texture, you can whisk it with a manual whisk or a hand mixer. Another way to use the pastry cream. Add 250 milliliters, 8.5 fluid ounces, of cold whipping cream. In this case, I use ambient Puratos sweetened vegetable cream, but you can use dairy cream or any other whipping cream. I'll set a timer to show you the correct whipping time. Whip the cream until stiff peaks form. Once ready, incorporate half the amount of pastry cream and continue whipping until fully combined. In total, whipping takes about 5 minutes for this quantity and type of cream. Observe the firm and perfect texture of the cream. Uses in decoration. This cream is ideal for filling cupcakes and decorating them with the firm cream, filling chocolate bonbons and decorating eclairs or choux, filling cakes and decorating them with the firm chantilly-style cream. For decorating, you can use different types of piping tips. For example, I'll demonstrate below as I usually do in my tutorials. Wilton tip 1M for rosettes. Large tip number 353 for larger details. Tip number 123 for petals and flowers. With this versatile cream, you can create spectacular and delicious decorations. Give it a try. The Dulce de leche or milk caramel pastry cream is a delicious and versatile version of classic pastry cream. Its smooth and creamy texture, combined with the rich and sweet flavor of dulce de leche, makes it a perfect filling for cakes, eclairs, choux, cupcakes, and more. It can also be mixed with whipped cream to obtain a firm and airy cream, ideal for decorating. The combination of dulce de leche and pastry cream makes it unique and delicious. It can be used on its own or combined with whipped cream to achieve different textures. It allows you to make elegant and sophisticated decorations with piping tips. Perfect for filling and decorating without losing its stability. Easy to prepare, with simple ingredients and an easy process, you'll get a professional cream. To maintain its freshness and texture, store the pastry cream in an airtight container in the fridge. It lasts up to 3 days refrigerated. If you use vegetable whipping cream, the cream will stay stable for 4 to 5 days in the fridge. And don't go just yet. Up next, I'm going to show you how to make another filling you can use for these bonbons. This time, it'll be a chocolate one. The chocolate cream is one of those irresistible recipes that becomes an essential basic in baking. With a smooth, silky, and rich texture, this cream offers the perfect mix of chocolate, cream, and egg yolks. Soak 5g, 0.18 ounces, of gelatin in cold water and let it soften. Set it aside. In a bowl, mix 4 egg yolks with 60g, 2.1 ounces, of granulated sugar. In a saucepan, heat 400g, 14 ounces, of cream and 60g, 2 ounces, of whole milk until it boils. Pour the hot mixture over the egg yolks, stirring constantly. Return everything to the heat and cook over low heat until it reaches 82 degrees Celsius 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Remove from the heat and add the hydrated gelatin, mixing well. Pour the hot cream over 300g, 10.5 ounces, of chopped dark chocolate and let it melt for a few seconds. Use a manual whisk or immersion blender to achieve a smooth, homogeneous texture. Cover the surface with plastic wrap and let it set in the fridge for several hours. Once firm, look at this texture. You can use it to fill bonbons, macarons, cookies, layered cakes, choux, eclairs, and much more. I will whip the cream with a hand mixer at medium-high speed until it becomes creamy and spreadable. When you whip it, its texture and color change, becoming smoother, creamier, and with a lovely coffee tone. Now, I'll show you how to use piping tips, as I usually do in my tutorials. This chocolate cream is not only delicious but also easy to store. Keep it in the fridge for several days without losing its smoothness, and if you wish, you can freeze it to have it ready at any time. It's a perfect recipe to have in your baking arsenal because, in addition to being simple to prepare, it adds an exquisite touch to your sweet creations, whether as a filling, decoration, or accompaniment. A cream for all chocolate and pastry lovers. If you liked this step-by-step guide, give it a like, share it, and subscribe for more recipes. See you in the next video. Thank you so much, and see you soon.